Insider trading charges in an election year. Retired State Supreme Court Justice Penny Wolfgang in studio now. Judge, so this afternoon, Collins pleaded not guilty. What's the play here?
I'm going to answer you, and glad I have an opportunity, the same way I would instruct my jurors in any criminal case. And the answer is this. An indictment is simply a piece of paper by which a defendant is accused of a crime, and nothing more. The people have the burden of proving each and every element of every charge in this indictment beyond a reasonable doubt. And the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until they do that. And the same applies to a congressman, a person accused of a rape, a murder, any felony, any charge in criminal court. And that is why we have our criminal justice system the way it is. We have a prosecutor that's going to make these charges. We have a defense lawyer. And you said, you said to me, how could somebody plead not guilty, for example, when all of this evidence is against them? There's no evidence against the congressman now. It's an indictment. It's a charge. And this has to be proven by the prosecutor, and there's going to be a prosecutor, a defense lawyer, defendant, and a judge. And they're all going to play a different role, and it's the way I just described it.
Many people watching at home may be reminded of the Martha Stewart case. Are there any things that sort of relate to what we're seeing here today from that? Can we learn anything from that?
Well, I think everybody does relate to that because it's one of the only high-profile persons in our lifetime, I guess, that was convicted of this particular crime. The only thing, I guess, that we can learn is something that you may not be aware of, that people are not aware of, that these charges can be brought, and it can be insider trading and so forth can be used for criminal prosecutions. It was something that was sort of unheard of until Martha Stewart case, I think.
Reading through this indictment, anything surprise you? There does seem to be quite a level of detail in there.
Yes, that does surprise me, but I think that might be a tactic that's being used by the prosecutor, bringing up all of this, all the evidence that they allegedly have, either to get perhaps one of the conspirators, co-conspirators to plead guilty or to plead to some charge and to become a cooperating witness, give evidence, give testimony. We've seen that happen before in these kind of situations.
Very good point.
Judge, thank you so much for your insight tonight. Thank you for being with us here this evening. Thank you.
Let's recap what we know tonight. Congressman Chris Collins, along with his son, Cameron, and the father of Cameron's fiance have all pleaded not guilty to charges of insider trading. The three surrendered to the FBI this morning after a federal grand jury handed down an indictment for conspiracy and wire fraud. All are free tonight after each posting a $500,000 bail. Congressman Collins will be back in Buffalo tonight. He's holding a news conference in a little less than an hour and a half at 6:30.